Chuck! Welcome Monaco 2019. You know, we are close to the Olympic Games of climbing. It's a big event, and La Sportiva wanted to be ready for this really big step in the history of climbing. So we started to introduce the news for the Olympic Games. You know, one of the disciplines will be the speed climbing, and here it is, the Cobra Speed 499. You know that Cobra has always been the shoes for speed climbing, but was not done on purpose at that time. So we took the Cobra, we maintain the same structure, but we worked in very important details to make the Cobra the shoes for the 100 meters of the climbing, 100 meters flat of the climbing, which is the speed. How did we do? Basically, we did a very lighter and minimalism Cobra. We changed the upper from leather to microfiber, which is lighter, more comfortable and more adaptable to the foot. We took out half of the sole of rubber, putting in the back part where you don't need a climbing sole, a very thin rubber of a very low specific weight, and then we add on top of the shoes a layer, a reinforce of PU, which is not done like in the other shoes of rubber, which is not done to be sticky, but it's the opposite. This has a double function to protect the shoe from being damaged, because you see many Cobras in speed climbing which has a hole here, and to slide on the holes. You know that many times the climber in speed, they go like this on the holes, and they need not to be sticky but to slide in order to be faster. Just a curiosity, the name 499, you know the speed record now in climbing is 5:48. Sometimes somebody told us, wow, it's an utopia to have this number on these shoes. Okay, it can be an utopia, but it's also a sight on the future, and it's I think in the DNA of this company to have always a sight in the future. I stop with the Cobra Speed and I go on for another very important new in the La Sportiva collection climbing, which is the new solution that we called Solution Comp. You know that the Solution was really a mastership and a so famous model used in every kind of climbing, from rock to competitions, from lead competitions to boulder competition to everything. And according to our best athletes like Adam Ondra, like Jakob Schubert, like Kim Jain, like everybody who is a user of the solutions, we wanted to update the traditional solution in the direction of the solution more for indoor and more for competitions. And basically, what does it mean? It means a softer solution. How did we do? We left the solution like it was in terms of volumes, in terms of shape, in terms of feeling that you have when you wear it, but we changed the heel. You know that the heel in the old solution was a cup quite of a thick rubber and quite stiff. Here we did a thinner heel in terms of volumes and in terms of materials, which means having a much more sensitive heel. This change had influenced all the front part of the shoes. So now basically we have a solution which is softer, so it's more adaptable to different shapes of rock, and it's more for indoor climbing. For indoor climbing or for on-site climbing. I always remind people that in on-site climbing it's better to have soft shoes instead of stiff shoes. I can't say that it's a better solution compared to the traditional one. It's just a different solution. Now the climbers can decide to have a softer version of the solution or a stiffer version like there was like the traditional is. But now I'm super proud to arrive to the news that I'm most proud to introduce, which is a new soft shoes in which we really have I think a big step forward in the concept of soft shoes. We are talking about the Theory, a very soft shoes, no midsole, no plastic, just rubber. But why do I say that is a big step in the concept of the soft shoes? The Theory joins put together the two qualities of a shoe. One is the adaptability, which gives you the sensitivity and to adapt to feel bigger volumes in indoor climbing or in very overhanging stuff. So very soft, and it adapts to every kind of holds. But in the same time, this time with this shoe, we have a very supporting shoes, still very powerful in small footholds. How did we arrive to this result? We called it D-Tech, D-Technology, Dynamic Technology. We have for the first time a sole which is a box in between here and here in the sides. This has a double function to maintain the foot like very in a powerful way, to give power to the foot, and also to have the principles and the advantages of no-edge technologies in the sides. We know that the climbing now is more and more, especially in bouldering, especially in indoor climbing, is more and more like monkey climbing. So many times you are squeezing big volumes with the foot. That's why you have this advantage of no edge in the sides of the shoes, which means more surface of sticky rubber, and we maintain the edge on the front of the shoe. So we can have the maximum hooking in every kind of hole. Big holes, big volumes, like small stuff. This is, I think, I'm sure, in the last 10 years is the best compromise in between sensitivity and supporting of a climbing shoes. Also in the Theory, we have a thinner heel compared to other models of La Sportiva. Very thin, with the structure in this sense, but very thin and light in this sense in order to be super sensitive. It will be out next year in March, and I am super curious. I really would like that many people could try already now, and I'm sure climbers will appreciate it very much, this shoe. So up to you to use it, and I'm very curious of the feedbacks. Ciao, have good climbs, and see you next year.